So, hey guys, it's Captain H. So the clip you just saw and the clips that you're about to see were recorded on a visit to Mexico a few weeks back. So I was visiting my family in Mexico, and I was visiting my aunt, and I brought this book along to read in the car while we were heading there from our hotel. And turns out she was living with her boyfriend, who ran a local target shooting club, and since he saw that I was interested in firearms, hence the book, I got it at Barnes and Noble's. Hence the book, he decided to invite me to go over there the day after, and well, that was the place. All those clips came from there. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna talk to you a bit about what the experience was. Well, for one, just for the reference, I don't know which guns there is. There was a rifle, like a rifle, like one of those bolt action small, like semi small ones, traditional shaped, and then there was a pistol. There were both 22 LRs, and for 22 LR, the pistol in particular had lots of recoil. I expected some recoil, that's why I had my hands like this, and when it fired, I was able to anticipate the recoil and like control it, but it was still more recoil than expected from 22 LR. Although to be fair, I've never shot any gun before in my life except for that point. That was the first one, so my expectations were mostly from media.
Yeah. Tumbó la de allá atrás.
Sí, tumbó una. Le diste un marrano allá atrás. Al segundo le diste, lo tumbaste. Muy bien.
You wanna talk?
That was just me shooting at a range in Mexico, so not in the US, and testing out a pistol. There's gonna be someone firing a rifle, so I better put this on. That one's still gonna go. And we're gonna stop right here to thank today's sponsor, which doesn't exist since I'm not famous enough to have a sponsor. So, like and subscribe.
Muy bien.
No, H.
Déjalo que le tire. Tírale aquella así a las palomas.
Tengo que encontrarlos.
A la derecha. Más. Ahí.
La atrás los dientes.
Ahí le dio. Se dio que le pegó, pero no cayó.
Está más lejos.
No rompas más. Mi pobre corazón.
Ay, sí le está dando.
Sí. That's it. Diego.
And I want to talk about some basic weapon safety. I'm going to use this Nerf pistol as an example because I don't have anything real in this household, any real guns in this household, and I wouldn't use them for a video anyway. And this is what I've got in reach, so Nerf gun. Anyway, so always, we're talking about target shooting here, pure target shooting. Anything else, not going to talk about that. So always point towards the target unless you're 100% sure you're out of ammo, and even then, do not point at someone. Do not. Always point it away from people or at the targets you're shooting at. Always. and make sure you have decent position so you don't like lose recoil. If 22 is that, it wasn't horrible, but it was more than I expected. So higher caliber rounds, you want to make sure you're ready for it. So no weird gun positioning or anything that just the gun's gonna fly out of your hand or something. So always make sure you aim carefully, hand position good, because like with a Nerf gun, you can kind of just shoot in every direction. And in the movies, they treat normal guns like that, but you don't want to treat that in real life because like safety, basic safety standards, and always best way to avoid injuries. Make sure that if there is a misfire, it's not going to hurt anyone. Keep the barrel away from people, always away from people. And just basic safety, hands, arms stretched out properly if you're dealing with a pistol. If you're dealing with a rifle, shoulder it and everything. I don't have an example in my room or a Nerf gun example, but shoulder it properly. Because recoil is a problem. We don't have advanced anti-recoil mechanisms that you might see that, and fiction gets it wrong when people are just like blasting everywhere with no recoil. Recoil is a lot worse than you think. So, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. A special thanks to Carlos Medina, which was the guy I was talking about, my aunt's boyfriend, for inviting me to go to that place and shoot some targets. And thank you for the Club de Caza, Tiro y Pesca, which roughly translates in English to Hunting, Shooting, and Fishing Club, for, not getting mad at me for being there. Yeah. So, again, weapon safety, super important. I cannot stress how important weapon safety is, especially in civilian life, although military life would have more weapons, so same for everything. Weapon safety is always important. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and above all, share. And until my next video, this is Capt'n H signing out. Goodbye!